up, Ranger fans? Alright, that'll be over here. Long awaited area of my tutorial that I've been able to get to, which is the actual gel coat and fiberglass. Alright, a couple of things that you need. You need brushes. You need fiberglass. You need resin. I personally, I like to use resin. You also need a hardener for your resin. Again, resin. Okay. A bit about that. You can mix it in a scale. I go with the pumps. Pumps are very simple. Also, as this will be a short video, I'm an impatient person, so I already laid my gel coat in. So, to kill two birds with one stone, I'm going to put a thick layer of resin in, along with fiberglass, and so that'll serve as my tutorial on how to do it. This will be short. One of the things you'll need a ton of mixing cups, got those, and you'll need a thickener. Oh, wrong one, 404, let's see, hold on. Oh, okay, I'm going to use 404. This will give this a nice, great, thick consistency. I'm using a slow curing resin. This will give your helmet a lot more strength than using, say, regular resin, which sets really, really fast. Okay? So this will be short, but you'll get the gist. I've already have some mixed out. So now it's just for me to add my catalyst, mix, and hop to it. Okay? Here we go. It's pretty easy stuff. Mix, 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 mix. About 10 seconds. Mix, mix, mix. Okay, now to add the thickener. Once again, just let it mix down. Take your time. Believe it or not, I'm wearing a respirator under this thing. You don't necessarily have to wear a respirator while mixing this stuff, but it does help. Well, I'm going for a nice, thicker consistency, as I said, because I'm impatient, and it helps with running materials. Now this will give me a working time of roughly about 45 minutes, which is pretty long, and it'll have a 6-hour cure. On a hot day, maybe 4 hours. But keep out of direct sunlight because it will harden up very fast and you'll have, little next to no working time. It may seem like I'm putting a lot, but I'm not really. This stuff is like water, so for it to be a gel coat, it has to be pretty thick. Stir, 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 stir. Yeah, forgive me for not looking at the camera. Okay, now we're getting into the meat of the matter, which is I've got the consistency that I want. Okay, but now let's just say I was doing this for the first time and I want to add a gel coat, right? So what I would do is I take my surface, because I use the silicone mold, I just brush it in, just like that. Hope you can see this. Just brush it in. Make sure you get into all those little crevices so you don't have any air bubbles. As someone once said, if it doesn't shine, add more slime. It's pretty straightforward stuff. Now, in a perfect world, where I had waited for you guys, I would then just sit this down and let the resin harden. But because I decided to go ahead and do this, so what I'm about to do now is just add my fiberglass. Although I've got 45 minutes of working time, it's best not to dally. And the best, hopefully I can show this here, you tap it down. You can't really brush this on like water, but you can tap it down. Make sure that you get all your ends to stay down, because this will keep it from pricking you in the face, pricking you, just grabbing your underhood or anything like that. And then once you do that, you go into the next piece and you just lie it right next to it, right onto it, just like that. You get a little play with this because the material flexes just ever so slightly as you're wetting it out. See what I mean? And remember, tap, 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 tap. Wet it down, you go for your next piece. Tap, 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 tap. Make sure everything just sits on itself uniform. And that's pretty much all she wrote when it comes to laying down fiberglass. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that. Just wet it down. And make sure that there are no stragglers that stick up, because once the stuff hardens, you have to go in there and, grind it down some way, somehow. Like I said, sorry. Well, didn't say sorry, but I hope you can see this. It's just getting it in there. And just letting it conform to itself, to the shape of the actual mold itself. And you're pretty much good to go. Now, the reason why we are using a slow casting resin, because if this was regular automotive resin, the stuff would be hard by now and unusable. Especially in your hot summer days. That could prove problematic and expensive. I don't know about you other Ranger fans, but hey, I'm on a budget. Let me just work a little faster here. Then just wet it down, wet down your edges first, and just make sure that everything is saturated and wet. If it does not shine, add more slime. And you just learn to maneuver the fabric itself. It'll pretty much conform to a lot of shapes that you're going to be working with within the mold. Sorry about that. Yes, I live in a high crime neighborhood. Okay, almost done here. Almost done. Okay. Just 2 pieces left. And we're done. And that's how you lay in your fiberglass and add your gel coat at the exact same time. Okay? If you got any more questions, feel free to ask. You know where to reach me on YouTube, so drop me a line. Thank you. Over and out.